What if you could drop a folder of raw, messy footage into a single directory, type one sentence, and get a finished edited film back? No timeline, no mouse, no dragging clips around for hours. That's exactly what this new tool does. It's called Video Use, and it turns Claude Code into a genuine video editor. Let me show you how it works, because it changes how videos get made. The tool is called Video Use. It's from the browser use team, it's completely free, and it's 100% open source. What it does is turn Claude Code, the coding agent, into a real video editor. Drop your raw clips in a folder, talk to it in plain English, and it produces final.mp4 sitting right next to your sources. And it doesn't care what kind of video you're making: talking heads, tutorials, montages, travel footage, interviews. It makes zero assumptions. It looks at your material first, asks you what you actually want, and only then starts cutting. Here's why this matters. Editing is the tax that every creator pays. Cutting out every false start, every dead pause between takes, matching color, adding captions. It's hours of tedious, soul draining work. And it's the exact reason most people quit posting long before they ever get good. Video Use automates the entire grind. 6 things right out of the box. It cuts the filler and the silence. It color grades every shot. It fades the audio at every cut. It burns in your subtitles. It generates animated overlays. And it checks its own work. Let's go through each one, because the how is the clever part. First, the cutting. It finds every silence longer than 400 milliseconds. Those are the safe places to cut. It snaps every edit to a word boundary, so it never slices through the middle of a word. And it pads each cut by 30 to 200 milliseconds, because transcripts drift, and that padding absorbs the drift. This is surgical. Second, color. It doesn't just slap on a filter. It reasons about the actual image, the way a real colorist uses ASC CDL, adjusting highlights, shadows, and midtones per channel. Warm, cinematic, neutral punch, or any custom FMPEG chain you describe. And it grades each segment on its own, so it never double encodes your footage. Third, audio. At every single cut, it adds a 30 millisecond fade in and out. It sounds tiny, but without it, you get an audible pop at every edit, the number one giveaway of amateur editing. Video Use simply never lets that happen. Fourth, subtitles. And it reasons about them properly. The chunking, whether it's 2 words or a full sentence per line. The case, uppercase or natural. And the placement on screen. The default is punchy, 2-word, uppercase chunks for social. But you can describe any style you want. Fifth, and this is the big one, animated overlays. When your video needs motion graphics, Video Use spawns parallel subagents, one for each animation, and builds them all at the same time. And it picks the right engine for each one. HyperFrames for web native motion, Remotion for React compositions, Manim for diagrams and equations, or plain PIL for simple cards. Now here's the part that makes all of this even possible. To edit your video, you'd assume the AI has to watch it. It doesn't. It never looks at a single frame of your footage. Think about why. Watching a video means 30,000 frames, each turned into 1,500 tokens, 45 million tokens of pure noise. No model can reason over that. So instead, Video Use reads the whole video as 12 kilobytes of text. That, right there, is the entire trick. It works in 2 layers. Layer 1, always loaded. Every word transcribed by 11 Labs Scribe with exact timestamps, speaker labels, and audio events like laughter and applause, all packed into one small markdown file. Layer 2, on demand, a visual composite, a film strip, the waveform, word labels, generated only at the exact moments a cut decision is genuinely hard. So a real cut decision looks like this. The waveform shows the silences. The words mark the boundaries. The audio events flag the beats worth keeping. Green means safe to cut. It's reading your video the same way you'd read a script. And to make sure the output is never broken, video use follows 12 hard production rules. Subtitles are always applied last, so overlays can never hide them. Cuts always snap to word boundaries. 30 millisecond fades, always. Transcripts are cached, never rerun. Animations always in parallel. These aren't taste, they're correctness. Quick pause. Around 90% of the people watching this right now haven't subscribed. If you're finding this valuable, take 1 second and hit subscribe. Boom. It's completely free, and it's the single biggest thing that helps this channel keep going. Okay, back to it. So, how does an actual session run? It follows a clear process. It inventories every source. It pre scans the transcript for problems. Then it talks to you, describing what it sees and asking questions shaped by your specific footage. It proposes a strategy in plain English. And then it waits. That's a core principle. Ask, confirm, execute, iterate, persist. It never touches your cut until you've approved the plan in plain English. No surprises. You are always in control of the creative direction. Under the hood, execution runs as a pipeline. Transcribe, pack the transcript, reason about the cuts, build the edit list, render. And then, the step that really sets it apart, self-evaluate. Because before it ever shows you a preview, it grades its own render. It runs that visual composite on the finished output at every cut boundary, hunting for visual jumps, audio pops, and hidden subtitles. If it finds a problem, it fixes it and re-renders up to 3 times until it passes. And every decision it makes is saved. The cuts live in a structured edit list, an EDL, so nothing is a black box. And it writes a project file that remembers your entire session, your strategy, your choices, your reasoning. Next week, it picks up exactly where you left off. Getting started is almost nothing. You paste one prompt into Claude Code. It clones the repo, installs FFmpeg, registers the skill, and asks you once for an 11 labs key. Then you point it at a folder and say, edit these into a launch video. And if you'd rather look under the hood, it's all just simple Python helpers. Transcribe, pack, timeline view, render, grade. Small readable scripts you can actually understand. Not a black box you have to trust. You're also not tied to your laptop. You can run it in Browser Use Cloud on your own server through Browser Use Box. Or even drive the whole thing from Telegram. Always on editing from anywhere. Now step back and look at what's really happening here. Browser use gave language models a structured DOM instead of screenshots, and it changed web automation forever. Video use does the exact same thing for video, a structured transcript instead of raw frames. Same insight. Brand new medium. And that's the whole philosophy in one line. Audio is primary and the visuals follow. Make no assumptions. Enforce correctness ruthlessly. But leave the art to you. This is what AI native editing actually looks like. If you want to genuinely master this stuff, everything I know is in my guides, linked right below. My complete Claude Code guide for beginners, my full Claude Code guide, and my guides for using Claude in sales, and for the Claude Certified Architect exam. So grab them, go build something incredible, and I'll see you in the next one.